That's my crowd sound. Anyway, so shout out to everyone on Facebook and over on YouTube. This is going to be really, really quick this morning. So I just wanted to get on here and share with you who am I? I'm Pastor Garlinda Price. I'm the CEO of Launch It 30 Days to Greatness, Six-Figure Success with Biblical Principles. And I wanted to get on here and share two things with you this morning. So I need to write something down right quick because y'all don't know, but I'll forget. Hold on. How are y'all doing today? I hope you are having an incredible Wednesday. One more thing I got to write down. Get away. Okay, so today we are going to get on here and I want to talk about third-party validation, right? So remember I told you I always have like an ongoing list of content and things I want to share because after being in business all this time, there's just so much information and detail I want to give away and talk about, right? As the Lord leads. So, again, a lot of people ask me too, do I coach? Yes, I coach. And you can look at my coaching packages. I do e-coaching, which is where you can go through my coaching program for a year, right? It'll take a year to complete the program. And you can complete it early, but you can complete the program within a year. And the Lord led me to give away 10 coaching spots on a payment plan that can be spread out over 10 months. And once those 10 are sold out, they won't be extended, right? So if you're someone that wants to learn on your own program or that fits your budget, go and do that before those 10 sell out. And then I also do one-on-one coaching. I have a 6-week, 8-week, 10-week, and 12-week package. And I love working with women and men in business. I'm called to the Kingdom Entrepreneurs Marketplace Ministry. So to answer that question, yes, I take on coaching clients, and I'm honored and excited to help you monetize your business, grow your brand, earn your first 6 figures, help you create a digital product. It's going to depend on which package you choose, depending on what all it entails. So schedule a discovery session with me. Schedule a discovery session with me and we can talk about what your needs are, what you want to do. You can do that on my website at garlindaprice.com. Okay. That's also in the description box up above and down below if you're on YouTube. So anywho, let's talk about third-party validation. So the scripture that I want to share this morning, and of course, I'm going to go pull it up and hope I don't lose y'all over on YouTube, but I don't want to mess it up. So Psalm 27:2. And it reads, oh, wait, is that it? That ain't it. That's not the one I want. Hold on. Hold on. Good thing I ain't try to quote it. Here you go. Okay, so it is Proverbs 27:2. I was in the wheelhouse, I guess, right? Proverbs 27:2. Let another man praise thee and not thine own mouth, a stranger and not thine own lips, right? But the New King James Version, let another man praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. Glory to God. How do you do that? So we're talking about third-party validation. And if you've ever been in network marketing or any type of direct sales business or direct selling business, third-party validation is where someone else edifies you. Someone else edifies who you are, what you do, what your success is. They basically are like your hype man, your hype girl, right? So the reason why third-party validation is so important in business, I'm talking to my Kingdom entrepreneurs, is because other people are shouting from the rooftops about how great you are, not you. You're not the one saying, hey, look at me, I'm awesome, I'm fabulous, look at me. Yes, you are going to have to do some shameless self-promotion, right? And brazen self-promotion from time to time. That's a part of doing business. But today we're talking about third-party validation. And again, if you're just joining me or you're going to see this later on, the scripture we're coming from is Proverbs 27:2. Let another man praise you and not your own lips, right? Let another man praise you and not your own lips. So when you have third-party validation in business, and when you have raving fans and people talking about you and talking about your business and talking about your service and talking about the value you bring and talking about how great you are in the marketplace and in the industry that God has called you to, it creates trust. Not only does it create trust, it creates expertise. It gets people to see you from the vantage point of someone else's opinion and not your own. Like my sister and I, shout out to Dr. Patrice Carter. Happy International Women's Day again. right? We're always, and we do this, it's like this ongoing thing with us where we'll say, look at me, right? And we laugh every time because it's like, look at what I'm doing, right? But we just do that with each other. So that's the same thing that third party validation brings to your business, is that other people will say, look at her, look at him, look what she's doing, look what he's doing. You guys got to check her out. You guys have to check him out, see what they're doing, right? Look at her business, look at her brand, look at her course, look at her product, look at her service. So when you have other people saying that, you have other people talking about you, and you have other people validating what it is that you do, it's more credible than if we're shouting it from the rooftops ourselves, right? So how do you get third-party validation? One is through testimonials, right? Ask for testimonials every time someone does business with you. That's one way to get third-party validation. What's another way that you can get third-party validation from other people? Interview experts. Interview other people that are doing business. I keep telling one of my good girlfriends, shout out to Dr. Kanita Williams, I keep saying, girl, I got to get you on an interview. I want people to know you, to know what you do, know who you are, because she is bomb.com. Same thing with Dr. Danielle. Same thing with Melanie Jordan. Like, there's so many incredible women that I'm blessed to be in contact with, and men, and 3 of them I just met not too long ago, right? But I want to share the world with the world, how dynamic and incredible they are, and the services, the ministry, the products, everything that they provide and bring to the marketplace. My business bestie, shout out to Prophetess Rashida Potts, and just so many others, right? Of course, you all know I do Twinpreneur with my sister, so I'm not leaving her out. Dr. Patrice Carter, love her. So that's how you get third-party validation, is let another man's lips praise you and not your own, right? So how do we do that? We validate other people that are in business, and then they in turn validate us. Hey, Apostle Cravon. So when you're growing a business and you're growing your ministry, you're growing your product, you're growing your service, begin to interview other people, because what happens is when you become interested in them, I'm sorry, is that what I want to say? When you're interested in other people, you become interesting. Right? How do you get people to be interested in you? Be interested in them first, right? What is one of the commands? Love your neighbor as yourself. This is a part of that principle. Loving your neighbor as yourself is saying, you know what? I want to validate your business. I want to interview you. I want to talk about what you do. I want to introduce what you do to my sphere, to my network, to my group of friends and my tribe, right? Why? Because by helping them and introducing them and validating them, it will in turn validate you. It will in turn, especially if you, and I'm not saying especially, that's not even the word I want. Do it with nothing, with no intent, right? In other words, do it without an expectation to receive something back. Do it because it feels good, right? So a way to get third-party validation in your business is, one, have testimonials. Number one. Number two, what does your product or service do for that person? What was the benefit they derived from using your product and service, or coaching with you, or working with you, whatever that was, right? The second thing is interviewing other people that own businesses, that have ministries, that have products, that have services, and bless them to introduce to your tribe, your group, your team, whoever. Interview them and let them talk about themselves. Have an interview with them from a perspective of, you're asking them questions about how they got started in business. What would they do differently? Because what that's going to do for people that are nervous about going live in their businesses, and that are nervous about talking about their businesses, it will allow you to take the focus off of you, put the focus on someone else, but the focus will still be on you, technically behind the scenes, but up front, because you're the one interviewing the other person. Right? So people will say, wow, she has some interesting people on her program, right? It's a program, it's a show if you're live, right? It's because on camera. So when I called my honey bunny, shout out to Pastor Marvin Price Jr., I love him, my lamb chop. I said, honey, what are you doing? And he was listening to a TEDx talk, right? He loves TED Talks. So think about the fact that you could create your own talks, right? So if you said, okay, Garlinda, how can I go about third-party validation? You could create a series, right? Name it whatever you want to name it. I used to have the Fuse because I own Fusion Properties. So I used to have the Fuse, and I would invite people and say, on today's episode of the Fuse, we're going to be talking about blah, 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 or we're going to be interviewing so-and-so, or we're going to do this. And so I would interview lawyers, I don't think I had a home inspector, lawyers, mortgage lenders, fellow realtors. I can't think of who else I had, a tax professional, I had another realtor on because I don't have any competition. I wake up with my competition, right? I could interview every realtor in Fayetteville. It would not affect my business, right? It would actually explode my business because I'm giving, right? So think about, hey, Mimi. So think about, we're talking about third party validation and how third party validation can explode your business. How so? Because you're praising other people, you're uplifting other people, you're edifying other people. It's in turn going to uplift and edify you. Right. So we're talking about Proverbs 27:2. Let another man's lips praise you and not your own. Right. So third party validation. What is another way you can gain third party validation? Give something away. Right. I give away coaching all the time. I have a couple of coaching clients right now that I didn't charge anything. I just said, hey, I want to help you. I felt like the Lord told me when I met them at a conference that I should help them. And so I said, and so they said, well, when I get money, I'm going to pay you. No, you're not. Right. Because if the Lord leads you to give something away and you give it away, the Lord is going to bless you somewhere else. Right. And can I do that with everybody? No. And I'm only going to do it as the Lord leads. Right. But have I given away books? Yes, I've given away books. Have I given away some of my products? Yes, I've given away hair products. I've given away my skincare. I've given away my lipsticks and color cosmetics, right? From my brand, from my line. I've sown into other people's businesses. So give something away. When you think about third party validation, what can I do to bless my business, but in turn bless someone else? Give something away. Right. So that what'll happen is, let's say you give your books to someone and they say, well, you know what? Listen, in exchange for my books, would you at least share it on your page? In exchange for my books, would you let me, can I interview you? Can you interview me? Like, think about some way when you're building and growing your business that you can get third party validation, right? Because third party validation will explode your business. It's a network marketing term. If you've been in network marketing, it's a direct selling term. If you've been in direct sales, but Proverbs 27:2 says it best, let another man's lips praise you and not your own. So when you have another person talking about how great Charlene is and how great Mimi is and how great Cravon is, Apostle Cravon, then they're going to be like, well, who is that? Right? What's their business? What do they do? What did they look like? Why should I work with them? I'm sorry, I was looking because somebody was looking at my window. Right? I'm at my office, right? Why should I do business with them? Because so-and-so said she was good, because I heard so-and-so say they liked her product or service, because I heard so-and-so say her book was awesome, because I heard so-and-so say his products and services helped improve my credit, helped me get insurance for me and my family. Whatever insert your product and service there. Right. So third party validation, and I'm not going to belabor the point, get testimonials and post your testimonials. If you don't have a website, post them on your social media pages. Right. Another way to get third party validation, interview other business owners, interview other people. If you have a team, interview people on your team. Why did they start their business? Right. Why did they decide to partner with you as their leader? Why did they decide to sell this specific product or service? Start promoting the business using other people, not using other people, I don't say using, but promoting other people so that people become interested in you. It works. It's going to work that way. I forget who said it. Maybe Zig Ziglar. If you help enough people get what they want, then you'll get what you want. So forgive me if I jammed that quote up. And then another way to get third party validation, give something away, right? Have a giveaway. Just say, you guys, in exchange for sharing your email with me in case you're growing and building your email list, I'm giving away XYZ. I'm going to give away this product. I'm going to give away this service. I'm going to give away this book. I'm going to give away a free consultation. I'm going to give away something in exchange for this. Or I'm going to give it away because the Lord has led me to give it away. However you want to term it or phrase it, right? But anytime you give something away, God is going to give you something in return. Why? Because it's the law of sowing and reaping. It can't help but come back, right? I think about my mom all the time. If my mom gets money in her hands, she's giving it to everybody. She's coming to my office or coming to my house and saying, I'm bringing you some money. Mommy, I don't need any money, right? But if I'm going on a trip, I'm coming by to bring you some money. I just want to see your face and give you a hug. My mom is always, I ain't gonna tell you my mama's name. Y'all be calling my mom for money. No, I'm joking, right? So my mom is always giving. I don't care what it is, what she's doing. And she can't even give it all away. Every time I turn around, she's being blessed financially with something, right? because she's always giving something away. So think about a way to third party validate is give something away. So by having and inviting people into your space and talking to them about who they are and what they do and just getting to know them and being interested in them and finding them interesting, they're in turn going to find you interesting and want to reciprocate the same thing. So I hope that brings value to you on this morning. I got to go get my work done, but I just felt the Lord wanted me to share with you all on today that that is an excellent way to blow your business growth out the water into the stratosphere is third party validation. Let another man's lips praise you and not your own. Okay. But go back and listen to the replay if you join me late. God bless you guys. Happy Wednesday. And to all my fellow bosses and baddies, happy International Women's Day. God bless you guys. Again, I'm Garlinda Price. I'm the CEO of Launch It 30 Days to Greatness, 6-Figure Success with Biblical Principles Coaching. And I'd love to coach with you guys. Talk to you soon. Apostle, you're awesome. God bless you guys. Bye over on YouTube.